Hi, Alicia. I've got your work up here, right here, as you can see. Okay, so, and I have the full page. So let's just go through and take a look. And then over here, I've got the requirements for the portfolio. So I want you to take a look. I wonder if I'm going to try to get both here side by side so we can look at both at the same time. Boy, in a perfect world, that would be cool. Okay, so here's what we have. We have your portfolio. Now you have your portfolio succession selections, and in your first section of the selections, you have collateral design pieces, right? 5 collateral design pieces, and that's great. But you go into this, naming it typography, and we don't have typography as a subcategory down here. Next, you have something called advanced typography. Well, we don't have that down here either, and so on. Digital image manipulation. That's not one of the requirements for your 5 collateral design pieces, and so on and so forth. So every piece in this section, which you're calling your collateral pieces, doesn't have the representative pieces, or maybe they are, but they're not labeled as such. So I can't really go and decipher what's going on. So you'll have to go through and label these all again according to the 5 collateral design pieces, design applications, and then give me a poster, a book cover, a brochure, a menu, 5 different pieces from this section here. Let's move on to your next section, which you call thumbnails and process book. And yes, it is thumbnails and process book. So what do you have? You've got for some reason, you've got this labeled as art direction, but I don't know why. This is thumbnails and process book. So don't add things that are going to make it more complicated than it already is. So you have these. This looks like a flow chart, so this wouldn't count as thumbnails. This looks like it could possibly, because you've got some illustrations in there. But typically what you want to do is you want to show your sketches and thumbnails, and then show the progress from there to the final piece. So in other words, you would show the work in progress. You would start with your sketches, show some work in progress, and end with the final piece. And that's how a process book would work. And in that process book, you would be expected to have at least one good, really solid page of thumbnails. Next, you have advertising design, and we can see that we have this in our advertising design. We have this one complete advertising campaign, 4 to 6, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So awesome job there. Advertising campaign is done. I don't know. You've got this one called advertising design, but it's an advertising campaign. That's what it's called. So again, let's not make things more complicated than they are, and let's just stick to the naming convention that's already established. Corporate identity here. So you have corporate identity, and you have, these are the things that you can use in corporate identity. And you have here, looks like you have your style sheet. So you want to make sure that you list that as such. That would be your corporate identity style sheet. Now here's where you get your pieces. You have your, if that's a business, oh, that's your letterhead and your envelope, and then your business card. Awesome, good job. So that's good. Great job there. Good placement of the logo there. Good job. Okay, so corporate identity is handled very well. Good job there. We have web and digital media. So you should have one website. Now, I'm not going to link out to these. Just make sure they work when we get to this section during the week that we look at closer at that. So, plus, did you know that you can embed your media right into a PDF? Just do a quick research. It's really easy to do, and Acrobat now has that capability. Well, it has for a minute though, so we can use it. So, anyways, looking at that. Then you have this page called web scripting, which I don't see anywhere where other than, let me see, where is that? Okay, I see where you got that. It's called web scripting, but you don't have to don't call it the name that you got it from. Call it the name that it's going to be in your portfolio. So in other words, this is going to be web digital media, not web scripting. That's the class you got it from. Okay, and then same thing, scripting. Basic web animation. This is where I'd like, you can, like I said before, you can embed this animation right into this PDF. So go ahead and take a look at that. Package design. Excellent. Okay, that's good. Let's work. Okay, that's good. Excellent. Excellent. Then you have publication design. You have a brochure, a program. I mean, basically, really, any one of these will work. I think this is the strongest of the three, so I would go with that one. But it's a multi-page, basically, it's a multi-page digital grid system. So this will work, this brochure. So you could use that as your publication design representative piece, because you only need one. And then you call these artwork, but that's really called electives. Okay, and then you need only 3 to 5 of those. So. All right, so go ahead and reformat this accordingly. And it's not make work, I promise, because it really comes into play when we start looking at the individual pieces. So awesome job, and we will start taking a look at those individual pieces during week 2. Okay, thanks.